Hello, newsies. It's Friday. It's not Friday. It's gonna be a long day. Oh my god, I'm so tired. Hello, newsies. It's Monday, September 14th, and the only news you need to know is that Dragon Age Inquisition released their final DLC, so I am, unsurprisingly, thoroughly wrecked. Who needs sleep when you can have dragon fights and meaningful dialogue selections? I'm Sai, barely capable of taking a break to squeeze in this week's newswords. Fallout 4 released their DLC Season Pass details. Costing a mere $30, the Season Pass will give players all the Fallout 4 DLC for all the evers. For reference, last night alone I spent $30 on 2 DLC content upgrades. So, it's the sort of thing that you think you're likely to spend money on anyway, and you happen to have the money to throw at it. I've made worse decisions. And in additional ramping up for Fallout 4 news, Bethesda has started putting out a series of world-compatible educational vids explaining the special attribute system. It's a fantastic way to introduce new players to the language and feel of the game, and is just a feel-good excitement-mounting joy for everyone else. Joe Madureira's new company, Airship Syndicate, announced, kickstarted, and funded their new classic JRPG take on Joe Mad's long-hibernating Darksiders series. Pokemon Go, the long-awaited franchise ARG, was finally revealed, and Harmonix gave us tiny tidbits about the branching career decisions available in Rock Band 4. Did you ever hear that fan theory about how Super Mario Bros. 3 was actually stage production and that Mario was never in any danger to begin with? Confirmed. And we finally now know the backstory for Metal Gear Solid 5's scantily clad lady character, Quiet. Prior to release, Kojima hinted that it was a revelation, but it really wasn't. Critics have begun pointing out both the issues of having a half-naked, writhing, actually incapable of speech female supporting character, as well as the canon discrepancies in such depiction. But my personal favorite came from Tactical Modding Operations, who took matters into their own hands. On the Telly last week, Stephen Colbert started The Late Show, featuring interviews with George Clooney, Jeb Bush, Scarlett Johansson, Elon Musk, Vice President Joe Biden, Amy Schumer, and Stephen King. Did I devour the Elon Musk interview? Yes, I did. The Tesla Motors CEO is a known futurist using his money, as a rich nerd do, on promoting future technologies and space living. On The Late Show, he discussed ways to warm up Mars to make it habitable, which included, yes headlines, ready yourselves, activating the nuclear option. I'm into it. I'm imagining a mighty Elon Musk punching Mars into shape. Get with it, Mars! Let me be on you! Director David Slade has joined Brian Fuller on the American Gods adaptation. Both Deadpool and James Bond Spectre released new images, and J.K. Rowling confirmed that while almost every single person has been saying Voldemort's name wrong, apparently it's Voldemort, it's a pretty unanimous mispronunciation. Apple Keynote time! Apple Keynote. This year's event gave us the iPad Pro, the biggestest, massivest iPad that's competing with the Surface Pro, and arguably their own MacBook Air, as well as an accompanying stylus. Also some Apple TV upgrades, including games, and the iPhone 6s series. Twitch Plays took on Dark Souls and, surprisingly, has defeated the toughest boss fight. Dark Souls is so called because the difficulty of this game converts your once vibrant spirit into its shattered carbon remains. So it's fascinating that Twitch Plays was able to get through this, even with the pause mod added for the Twitch Plays format. A whiskey distillery sent samples of its product to age in space, and that was truly a horrible decision. Verdict is in. Space whiskey is terrible. Lastly, SpaceX released the first pictures and videos of the interior of their spacecraft. It's beautiful, luxurious, and vaguely reminiscent of what an actual IRL Star Trek-based future might be. And the coolest thing on the internet was footage pulled from a long-lost GoPro. The owners of the camera had sent it up to the edge of space using a 3D printed case and a weather balloon. After being sent up and getting some brilliant video of the planet, it fell back to Earth, getting lost in the dead signal zone. Ironically, an AT&T representative found the device and tracked down the owners using the SIM card registration. And now we have Space Movie! And that's everything that happened this week. Newsies with never-ending news needs can check the description for links of anything I covered today. There are so many newses and so little time. If I missed a thing, tell me in the comments so I can love it with my brain. Like and or subscribe if you enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you next week with the latest newswords.